Salone del Mobile and Stir present Design Voices, Think Next, produced by Dog Ear.
Welcome to the live podcast from Salone del Mobile Milano.
We are Amit Gupta, Editor-in-Chief of Stir, and William Bagnoli and Charlotte Roe of QA Studio. What's happening today? What are the ideas spreading in the fair? Follow us and let us meet the protagonist.
So guys, you are the Designer Awarded 2022 of Salone Satellite. I would like to hear from each of you a little bit about you, why you won, what you won, and at the end, what is going to be next.
Okay. Hi, well, thank you for having us. I am Gilles Werbrouck. I am here with a project that I developed with a friend of mine who's a visual artist. It's called LAMP. We created 22 lamps, joining both our practices. I'm a textile designer, so what I did was take old videotapes and took them apart, decided to crochet with them. And so that's where we started. Each lamp is one movie. If it's a short movie, it's a short lamp, and vice versa. And then Hugues Loinard, who's my collaborator, is mainly doing moldings with plaster and jasmonite. So for the lamps, we decided to work with jasmonite, which has the ability to harden quite quickly. So whenever he pours it to create the base of that lamp, it will not completely emerge my work in it, and it's still going to show some interesting texture. So that's for me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you for having us here. I am Emanuele Ferraro from the Atelier Ferraro studio. I come from Italy, but I have my studio in Germany, in Munich. I received a special mention for my project 1.5 Celsius degrees. It's a lawn chair that I made for the Salone Satellite Award. The idea that was at the base of the project was to make an object that was able to be flexible, to change with me and during my lifetime. For that reason, can start like a children's chair, but then can become a normal chair, a lawn chair, and more. Another very important point for my project was to use less new material as possible. For that reason, I use for the base the new wood, but for the upper part and this part that you can change in your lifetime is made by old kitchen board. Because I think that one of the most important way to reach the goal of sustainable furniture is to use old material, so material that already been produced. In that way, we reduce the quantity of energy that we need to make new material, and we try to spare resources. And last point about my project was the color. I really like to work with color and with texture. For that reason, I decided to use a very bold color. Is very excited green, and because I also like when a furniture is able to give us a smile.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Rasmus Palmgren. I'm a designer and cabinet maker based in Helsinki, Finland. And my project for the award was the Ease chair, which is a full wooden chair made of European beechwood. And it's a very plain chair in its design, and I hope it can last a long time aesthetically and also durability-wise. The idea is really to create a wooden chair which has a strong base, but then a very thin backrest seat combination. So it has this balance of the strong components and then the light sheet, like backrest and seat.
So durability,
yes,
and quality.
Yeah, but also comfort, and this chair is stackable as well. So
Perfect.
So I hope it could work in many environments.
Perfect. Did you already tested it in a industrial environment, like try to industrialize the process of making
I
it?
thought I took it in the design process as well as a cabinet maker and product developer. I really believe that it's doable
Super.
for the industrial production.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi. Thanks for having us. I'm Djurdja from Serbia. And my project was actually a master project made on Faculty of Applied Arts in Belgrade, mentored by Nikola Knežević. It's about finding new places to use the car tires because there is so much waste and there will be much more through the time. And people do use the shredded car tire, but not enough. So my idea was to put those tires back on the streets because people throw them away in nature, in rivers, burn them. So I designed an urban mobiliar family of products. You can see the stool on the Salone. And that's it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Lani Adeoye. I'm from Nigeria. Thank you for having me. So I designed the Remex Walker, and when I was thinking about the theme, designing for our future selves, I wanted a product category that was universal. And I mean, I hope and I think we all want to live long. And so I've been helping to take care of my grandfather in the last few years and spending time with him. I observe and learn a lot of the, issues he goes through. And he's having difficulties walking. And so we would buy him a walker or a walking stick, and he would be so embarrassed to use it and tell us to hide it. And so he would hide it and he would fall when he's trying to find it or bring it out. So for me, that was something that was really close to my heart. So I wanted to design something that was a walker for elderly, but also, also other folks who maybe need assistance walking, something that had dignity, something that would uplift them, empower them, something that they weren't ashamed of, something that wasn't a visual reminder of this condition that they have to deal with on a daily basis. So that was the premise for the design. But I also like the look of it. I wanted something that didn't look like a walker, something that could potentially fit into an environment like an art piece or a furniture piece. So it's been interesting to see and hear what people think it possibly is, right? It also has a little storage piece so they can put your phone or tablets or whatever. But that was the main goal. Also, I wanted it to feel warm, to look warm. So I used natural materials like water hyacinth, which is really sustainable ashoke, which is from Nigeria and has been woven for many, many decades by the Yoruba tribe. So I think the materiality and the form was really important to me, and the aesthetics in terms of having purpose and really sort of making the user feel better about themselves while they use it.
Nice. Thank you very much.
First of all, congratulations for winning the award. And what we want to know, what is one thing which I want to ask all of you, and definition of design has evolved and changed and tweaked, from centuries onwards. How would you individually define design today and for tomorrow?
I think that design is very proper to where you come from. So, and your upbringing, it's something very personal, the view that you have on design. So I think that the only subject on which I think worldwide or globally we agree on is that it has to become sustainable. You've got to find a way to take care of the planet because we're not in a great situation at the moment. So
Not at all.
yeah, so that's my view on it. Other than that, it's all aesthetics and personal taste, and there's a little bit for everyone to enjoy in design. So yeah, there you go. That's me.
So, yes, I don't really think that design purpose or definition is really changed. Because if we think what should be design, should be a discipline that help us to make nice objects that work, are functional, and they take care of the environment. And I think that was the strategy that before was always used. If you think the Romans or the ancient Greek or everyone else before our last century, they was trying to make object that was nice, functional, and durable. So I think we should not try to redefine design. We should just try to remember how good design are worked. We should take care really of production, how we produce object, and how we use resource.
Yes, really agree on those earlier answers on that. I would also say that we should maybe do less products, but also take care of the materials. Where does it come from, or which materials do we use in our products? But also what happens after. So, like, can you repair the chair easily? It makes, like, it gives the product a longer life and stuff like this. But also, I hope that it would be more, like, less trendy in the furniture industry or the design industry in general, so that it's just the products can last some time. But yeah, I also think that there is a movement where designers make their own objects, so it's more like craft oriented instead of trying to get everything into production in a bigger scale. So I think also people appreciate smaller pieces made in just maybe a set of 20, 50.
Sure, absolutely. Also because we're in a time where we are buying differently now. So.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we have to adapt to that.
Yeah.
Really. Nice.
I think design has always been problem solving, but people had less problems maybe in the past. So now we have to think harder and be more creative in way to solve these problems. It's a process. It's an object. Everything in the matter of solving problems is design for me. It's a discipline and the way of thinking.
Yes, I agree with everything. I guess I would say more than ever, we need to be conscious about the full life cycle of design. And I would say also just thinking about design from a more human perspective, empathy, and also just design reflecting more the global world that we live in, more the global cultures. I think many communities have been designing for a long time, and it's about really just kind of seeking to learn from each other and seeking understanding. I think good design is timeless, right? So the materials, the process, but I also think aesthetics, right? When you look at it and you have respect for it, you take care of it better. When you take care of it better, then there's less waste, right? So I think there's so many different facets of design that we have to think about in terms of longevity of design.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, I would like to talk a little bit about Salone with you, like the general idea of a trade fair. The other day we were chatting with Luca Nicchetto, and it was kind of, let's say, he made a comment on this model of trade fair that was given to us by a generation before ours, and it was a model that was working perfectly, but probably it's not working now anymore, or is going to change with the time. A fair so big, is that necessary? What is going to happen with all this furniture that we are building up for just a booth? I don't know. Are all the trade fairs going to look like this in the future? What do you think, guys? What's your vision of Salone, of a trade fair like this?
Yeah, no, I think that it was a model that worked very well a couple of decades ago, because that was the way that it was done. And you join to a place, you've got the same thing, Première Vision in Paris, Maison et Objet in Paris, you've got the same thing happening everywhere. The fact is that, once again, coming back to sustainability, is it really that sustainable to create mini houses inside huge spaces? I don't know. I don't think it is. personally. However, I commend those who are present here and who are reusing everything that they are showing here and reusing all the materials that they used to build this afterwards. I know that on our booth, I'm showing with the Belgians in Salone Satellite, we decided to go for a more minimal approach, and all of that furniture is then going to be reused in Belgium, in Brussels, in one of the platforms who brought us here. So I think there are ways to go around it. However, I think it's going to gradually become smaller. Also, the second thing that we faced was COVID, which was a great memory. And having all these people travel and be all together, I don't know, I think some people are still scared about it. It's not completely gone. So I think that there are going to be some changes in the years to come, but change is slow. It is happening, however, and that's my personal opinion. So I'm not talking for everyone here.
Yes, I think it's a very nice question. I was also thinking when I was preparing myself for Salone Satellite, which was the real meaning of it. If it is real needed that the world need another chair, another mirror. I think yes. I think that fair and places like that are important because show to everyone what is possible. Also, it's very nice to see the young generations on Satellite, what they dream of, how they do it, and how we think the future. So I think the future of the fair is there. So we need fair like this. Maybe it's the question how we do it. The way that we do it, the way that we organize it is to be maybe think about. And how before was already said, to use, for example, material that are able to be recycled, and maybe also to think a way to make more digital, so that people can see the object from their place, so that not everyone need to come here and fly kilometers to see my object. So I really think fire is good, is important, and it's very important also for young design. Just we should try to rethink how we do it.
Because the fact is that it is needed purely based on the fact that everyone comes here, all the professionals are coming here, we're all young, and we all need the exposure. So I'm not saying it's still going to happen, but it should be maybe slightly different. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's a priority to show our work, what's possible in new ages. And maybe some better selection of, the expensive stuff that you see. Everybody knows their names. They can go on the website. They're exposed everywhere.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm exhibiting at Young Balkan Designers. It's a mixer platform. I don't know if it's a brand. It's not a brand, sorry. It's a community from Serbia. And we all have phenomenal stories, our heartaches made in products. And your stuff is phenomenal. You all have stories. And in a way of looking at some marble sofas and stuff, I think this is a bit more important to show.
I think that the fair, what it symbolizes, I think, for the global kind of design community, I think is so strong. And symbolic, I think it's, like you said, for young designers, I think people like to see things to aspire to. And I think it's just such an educational event that, so yes, we need to rethink, like, definitely like the sustainability aspect and stuff. But I think coming to it, I think we're still very human, right? And coming to it, there's so much that you learn once a year. Where else can you get that opportunity? I don't know necessarily, to be honest. I see so many young designers just like that. They're that's like, you want them to know the possibilities and to start to really want to challenge themselves and really be engaged. Like, I think the way it plugs people in, I just think it's so special. And I think for us and even the older brands, that exchange, like, where else do you get the opportunity for different people across the board to be in one place? I think that those synergies and collaborations that can happen is really, really I think particular, especially in this event. So I'm definitely a big fan of it. Definitely things need to be improved. For I've said it was as mentioned already, but I think we should not lose what we're all gaining from it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, really good question. Also something I've been thinking of earlier, but especially when I came here and started building my own booth, when I saw the rest of the halls, like what's going on, and there's so many halls and what happens with all the material afterwards. But maybe it's important when you see how much effort businesses put on the stands, like economically, it's like important for them, but maybe we just have to adapt that. And maybe it's not necessary to do it in this scale and maybe this often. Maybe do it every second year, because of course brands next year maybe they look quite similar than the last year. So I think it's quite nice actually that there have been a break and it's really showing like more new.
Yeah, I personally agree on that. I thought the same. I said, why do we need that every year? I mean, it is a difficult event. Milan is difficult. It's difficult for the people of Milan living here. You can't find a taxi. It is way 3 times more expensive for everything. Like you pay 3 times more for a room, for restaurants, for a transfer. So maybe we need to do it not every year. I don't know, or find as you were saying, find a different way to do that.
Though Salone has kitchen and bathrooms in one year and Euroluci on the other year, so that happens every alternate year in any case. Furniture is the only common thing which happens every year, the furniture brands. But yes, it is a thought to be. There's a thought there that you can maybe alternate after every 2 years.
Absolutely, but it's a necessary event, and I'm super thankful for Salone to made me grow into this world. I mean, without Salone, I wouldn't get in touch with all this community all together. Everyone in the same place. Brands, design superstars, everyone is more accessible. It's easier. You can just go there and go up to them and say, hi, I'm a young designer. I like your stuff. Do you want to see mine? Can I see yours? That's beautiful.
It's a pleasure to see what the next design world going to look like.
Exactly. No, that was beautiful to have you all here in the same booth chatting about design and understand a little bit more about the vision behind your projects. Thank you very much, guys.